Okay, so we are going to look at Thursday. We are in our second 9 weeks. Week 4, we're going to look at Thursday's column on language. And then on our reading passage, or our poem rather, we are going to look at questions 4 and 5. So looking at number 4. Number 4 had a typo in it that we caught in one of my other classes. And it should not say which words have a prefix. It should say which words have a suffix.
What's a typo?
That means capable of or tending to. So that's going to be your IBLE and ABLE. Okay? So we are looking for words that end in IBLE and ABLE. So when I go through them, if they do, say yes. If they don't, say no. Inscription.
No.
Predictable.
Yes.
Scribble.
No.
Reliable. Prescription.
No.
Postscript.
No.
Divisible.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And scribble. It's IBBLE.
So then that begs the question about the IBLE, ABLE, and then one of my other classes said LE. And they added scribble. Because it means you're able to, scrib means write, scribble, or this is capable of, so scribble would mean capable of writing. So would that make sense? Mm-hmm.
Predictable in both Wednesday and
Right. So it has the root word that means speak. It has the suffix that means able to. And then pre means before. So it's before speak, able to speak before you know what it is. So predictable means you're able to speak it before it happens. All right, which word best completes a sentence? All even numbers are blank by 2. Divisible. Good, Corbin. Where does the comma go? Meanwhile, I had a pen in my desk the entire time. After meanwhile. Meanwhile tells me when. When is an adverb. And whenever you start a sentence with an adverb, you have to put a comma. What does the adage or proverb mean? Every cloud has a silver lining. That means look for good things in bad situations. And then this says to reduce the sentence. The award was given to Alex by the principal of the school.
The award was given to Alex.
So the award was given to Alex. We can take by the principal of the school out and just leave it at the award was given to Alex. Correct the sentence by adding commas. He likes ham, tomato, lettuce, and cheese on his sandwich. We're going to go after ham. All right, and what do we call that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then looking at our box from Monday to help guide us on this, it says, what does the word mislead mean? Well, miss, it tells us, is wrong, incorrect, not, or bad. So would it mean to put in the lead or to lead in the wrong direction? To lead in the wrong direction. Because we see that word wrong there, and the word wrong is over here on Monday under miss. Okay? Now, this week we have been looking at our very first poem, and today y'all will have a cold read on a poem. So before you jump up to turn your bell work in, you may want to keep it to help guide you on your cold read, since this is something that we've just started doing. So we said with a poem you have lines and stanzas. So we had 3 stanzas and we had 12 lines. Now, stanza 1 was about the boy that doesn't think the extra time matters. And stanza 2 progressed on to the boy becoming a young adult. And the young adult feels like the time matters somewhat. And then you go to stanza 3, which is where the boy has now aged to an old man that is about to die, or an old woman that's about to die, because I don't think it ever says gender specifics. But they feel like time is worth everything. So we talked about the child and the clock man being the two characters, and then the theme being the older you get, the more valuable your time is. So theme is actually the skill that we're going to kind of focus in big time on starting next week. So everything that we do for the next week is going to be centered around theme, kind of like whenever we did, when we were going through context clues and everything we did centered around that, and when we did main idea and everything centered around that, and then we keep using it over and over. So we've been talking about theme, but for the next week, theme is going to be our major skill that I really want you guys to grasp, okay? So, our questions for this week were, first one, what was the theme? And we said it was A, that people care about time more as they get older. And then the detail that helped support that from the poem was of all of the pearls and all of the seas, because that's how much he would pay to be able to have an extra day. And then we said that the clock man call represents time. And so today we're going to look at 4 and 5. So question 4 says, how do the person's feelings about time change throughout the poem? A says that he values time more than he did as a child. Maybe. Is that a true statement? Yes, so we're going to put a maybe there. B, he grows more negative about time as he ages. No. C, he is satisfied with the time that he has left. No. D, he feels angry that he cannot buy any more time. So my answer is A. It didn't. Okay, so now we are going to look at number 5. And number 5 is a written response question. So what am I going to use to help me to answer that? R, A, C, E. And that means restate your question. Answer your question. Use, cite your evidence. That means tell me where you got it from. And then give me a little bit more of an explanation. That means tell me why you come to that conclusion. So let's look. How does the quote, not one penny, the answer came, for my days are as many as smiles, which are from lines 3 and 4, contribute to the overall theme of the poem? So I'm going to take out that question word, how does, because I don't need the question word to restate, do I? So I'm going to start from where my question word ended, and I'm going to say the quote not one penny the answer came. For my days are as many the quote contributes to the theme of the poem because it shows the reader how little time matters to a child. This helps the reader understand that the theme is people care about time more as they get older. Okay. So, the quote, not one penny, the answer came, for my days are as many as smiles, contributes to the overall theme of the poem because it shows the reader how little time matters to a child. This helps the reader understand that the theme is people care about time more as they get older. Because when you're young, you don't care as much about it. I restated my question. I answered my question. Within my restate, there was citing text evidence because it gave the specific quote from the poem. And then my explanation came with, this helps the reader understand that the theme is people care about time more as they get older. Okay? So that is our bell work for the suite, the conclusion. Next Monday, we are going to start on our unit, our section on theme. And we are going to go through all kind of things with theme to kind of help you understand theme a little bit better. Like what are the different themes and things like that. Okay?